Welcome to Jacksonville, Florida. Today to see who will walk out as champion of the Tax Slayer Gator Bowl. Weeks of additional practice and prep for bowl games not only can set the tone for what we're going to see in this game, but for what might be in store next season as well. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Tennessee Volunteers, taking on a team from the American, the Florida Atlantic Owls. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Kickoff team out there ready to tee it up in this bowl game. Looks like he's going to try to return it. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. So Florida Atlantic's offense will go to work first. Guys, it's been a long season. These two squads have had their fair share of battles, but today, David, they have a chance to end the season with a W.
Yeah, and it's a little bit old school, right? With the bowl system, not as much to play for, but you get to put that uniform on again. And it should mean something. You had the bowl prep. You got to have some fun in a different city, Jesse. Now you get to go out and attack this game.
And it's another opportunity just to finish the season, right? To go out with a win. Both of these teams have taken this bowl game seriously. They've prepared. They feel like they're both ready to go. Winning this game is important to build momentum for next year, and also you want to send the seniors out with a W.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. Florida Atlantic will send the punt unit onto the field. Promising start to that drive, sort of fizzled out, and they'll have to punt it away. No return coming here as he signals for the fair catch and makes it right around the 30-yard line. So Tennessee's offense will take the field for the first time. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality.
It's a seam wide open. Running inside the 20. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Tennessee!
And QBs love their big tight ends, and especially guys that can do such great things after the catch. He catches it. Dang, Palmer, he looks like a daggum receiver after he catches the football.
What a matchup nightmare, too, man. I mean, he's just too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. If I'm this QB, I'm looking that guy's way a lot more often in this one.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. OC, quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Florida Atlantic takes over again, and the Owls offense will go back to work. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. They shut it down quickly, but he gets 2 out to the 18. The Owls in the hurry-up.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry-up, defense has to be ready.
Now the play fake. On the run, fires downfield. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
And the Owls with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Wants to go up top. Throws for the tight end. Complete to the right. They get him stopped and out of bounds at the 45-yard line, and the big play has this offense ready to mount a threat. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on third. Grab near the marker, it's Collins. Nice pick up there, gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
And it's on third downs like this, if you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice.
Turning it on! Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. They'll give it to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
That's a great individual play, and I love cornerbacks that don't just take pride in covering guys. I like guys that like to put their face in the fan and affect the running game. This dude is physical, and he impacts the defense because of it.
And those guys are really hard to find. A lot of corners, they're smaller. They don't want any part of the physical run game. Nice job sticking his face in there, setting the edge, making the tackle.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
They were. Welcome to Jacksonville, Florida. Today to see who will walk out as champion of the Tax Slayer Gator Bowl. Bowl games are not only a reward for how you played in the regular season, but can be a springboard into next year as well. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Tennessee Volunteers, taking on a squad from the American, the Florida Atlantic Owls. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. Kickoff team is out there ready to get this bowl game underway. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So the Florida Atlantic Owls offense will have the football first. If you look at this game on paper, it really shouldn't be much of a matchup. You have a high-powered offense against, candidly, an overmatched opponent. But, hey, you never know. You got to line up and play the game.
On paper, this is a horrible matchup. But this game's not played on paper, right? Like, this defense, they're going to have to play their best game. They're going to have to play more consistent than they have. They haven't tackled well this season. They're going to have to play their best game against a great opponent. But we've seen upsets happen. They got to get some adrenaline, some emotion, something good to happen early. I
think it has to happen early, David, and then the question is, can they maintain that over the course of the entire game? Listen, it's college football. 18 to 22-year-olds, and maybe this offense just thinks they can come out here and roll their helmet out on the field, and that's going to get it done. We've seen...
He's going to throw deep right side. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35. They bring him down, but he's got a first and goal from the 10. Florida Atlantic gets to the line quickly. Wants to throw on first down. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception.
How about this defense? Coming out, you know you've got a challenge on your hand, and you talking about coming out ready, hair's on fire, ready to play. You can tell, dropping back, great coverage. They know this guy's great. They know he can spin it. They're sitting on the coverage, waiting on it. They win the first check early. Give the defense some credit. They were ready for this great quarterback.
This offense is stuck way back in its own end of the field. The give to the back. Strong run on a pickup of 5 out to the 15. The Volunteers with a second and short to keep this drive moving. He'll do it himself. And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play.
And how about the aggressiveness of this defense? I love this. Don't let him get to the sideline. Kept the ball in the middle of the field, went after the quarterback right away like some missiles and got him on the ground.
Takes it from the gun on third down. Pulls it in. It's Matthews. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Makes the grab. It's Matthews. Wrestled down at the 32 after a pickup of 5. The Vols look to keep this drive humming.
For you coming into this game, if they throw completions and get first downs, that's when they like to change up the tempo and go fast. You're seeing it here.
Unloads it left. Wide open downfield. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
That's a pretty impressive throw, man. That's given me Peyton Manning to Peerless Price memories back when I was watching them, playing against them in college. That was a thing of beauty right there. There's a nice chemistry that this quarterback has with this group of wide receivers, and you see that in the timing of these throws.
Looking for space. It's Bishop. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. And the Volunteers come to the line on third and short, looking to keep the drive moving. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Use the play fake, now to throw. Almost had the completion, just missed it. They're dealing with a second and long. The give to the tailback. Oh, he's got some space. He was running through tackles and picked up the first down and finally got knocked down.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go? They send the tight end in motion. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Continues to fight for yards. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Vols have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. He wants it all. Touchdown, Volunteers! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play just like he did right there for 6 points.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. And he's coming out of the end zone. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Florida Atlantic offense will return to the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Just a short pass to the tight end. He'll get it up to the 39 before he's run out of bounds, and this offense just patiently, methodically trying to do work. Caught behind the line. It's Messer. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. He wants to throw it again. Grabbed in the middle. It's Sands. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Florida Atlantic trying to get back on the ball. Shotgun snap on 3rd down. Snags it over the middle. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the 1st down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. Looking to fire. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep. Might be decision time if the defense can get a stop on 3rd down from the 45. Pressure coming. Down he goes, and that is the last thing this offense needs right now.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback. Do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
Florida Atlantic decides to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Gets it away, good distance, but more importantly, just the direction he wanted. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. Caught in the backfield, it's Matthews. Man, he uses that stiff arm like a discard, and they get it to the 18-yard line. They'll run play action. Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They'll run it from the gun.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Finds his man. It's Matthews. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again, back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
Pulls and throws out the RPO. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down. The Volunteers moving quickly to the line.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. Fires left. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. Smashes through the tackle. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. We've come to the end of the period, and Tennessee leads it. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. So first down here as they go back to work. Looking to throw on first down. Got a man, it's Henry. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. The offense in hurry-up mode. Keeps it on the bootleg.
Take the profit, right? Pitch and catch. Defense in zone coverage. Receivers got some access. Just spit it out to him. Let him catch it, advance, and get what he can get.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Out of the backfield, he's open. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Florida Atlantic goes to work with a fresh set of downs.
When offenses get first downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no huddle, get to the line of scrimmage, and try to capitalize.
To the ground with the back. How about... He smashes his way through again. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down, and listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Let's see what they find in the playbook for third and long from the 43. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Florida Atlantic will have to send out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. A high kick. Let's see if he can pin them back deep in their own end. That's usually prime return position, but he'll make the fair catch just outside the 40. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Fakes the grab. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. The Vols want to crank the tempo. The play action fake.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. So now it's 2nd and long. He'll pull it on the read. Got the first down and more. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays. And the Volunteers are moving quickly down the field. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. And the Vols trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. Lost to fire on 2nd down. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the 2nd down misfire. Finds a man on the right. He is stopped inside the 15 at the 14-yard line, and an interesting call here on 4th down. Just drives it between the uprights. And that will extend their lead even further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. Here's the return from inside his 10. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Florida Atlantic has the ball back, and the offense will try to put together a drive. Got it in the middle, it's Henry. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the 1st down. Good, solid pickup on that play. He'll keep it himself.
Well, the defense did a pretty good job that time on the option play of having someone dedicating themselves to the quarterback to get him down. Not enough to stop the offense from picking up the 1st down, though. The defense really needs to be keyed in on this because they're going to see this option play more and more as this game goes on.
They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down.
What a phenomenal job in the open field, breaking off the long run, and they're not going to just take their time and huddle up to get the next play called. They're right back at the line of scrimmage, going tempo.
Won't back down from anyone, delivers the blow and gets it to the 29.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down.
And the offense showing off the short passing game, moving the sticks. Nice job, and look at them. They're right.
Ball is out behind the line. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
Man, and it was just the impact of the hit that dislodged the football from the ball carrier. There was a heat-seeking missile coming in there, and he knocked that thing loose. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger. Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. The delay of game pushes the offense back. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a Welcome to Jacksonville, Florida. Today to see who will walk out as champion of the Tax Slayer Gator Bowl. While this game caps off the regular season, how that season is remembered will be impacted greatly by what happens in this game. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Tennessee Volunteers, taking on a squad from the American, the Florida Atlantic Owls. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. Kickoff team on the field, ready to start this postseason classic. Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Owls offense takes the field for the first time today. And we've been really eager to see this matchup, this quarterback against an elite defense. Jesse, what does a quarterback have to keep in mind when you face a group like this?
Well, he's just going to have to be dialed in. He's had a lot of success this year so far. This is a different animal than this defense he's playing. He's got...
There he goes! They get it out to the 36 and on the move after a pickup of 15. The Owls come to the line in the hurry-up.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
Off the play fake on first down. With the catch, it's Nelson. Getting closer and closer to midfield, out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 47. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Off the bootleg to buy a little space. Catch in the middle, it's Henry. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. Got it behind the line. It's Messer. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42. And the Owls pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Fires to the big fella. He's out of bounds at the 38-yard line. They want to get this defense on its heels. They'll try the run. Runs through the tackle. Trying to impose their will on the ground as he stopped after a 5-yard pickup to the 33. On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. The chains will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. The Owls kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. They'll throw it from the red zone. Now improvising. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. The give to the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
Well, this team knew coming into tonight's game they had to get momentum early, playing at home. They want to get the crowd into it, so you get a beautiful drive here to start this thing. You would have liked to cap it off with a touchdown, but listen, you set yourself up for a field goal, you knock it through the uprights, you've got the lead, everything right now looking good.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Volunteers offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. It'll be interesting to see what they do today.
Wants to throw on third. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there. The Volunteers send out the punt unit. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. Ran through the tackle and he's got room to run. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Goes to the option. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. Florida Atlantic races to the line.
Nice job by this defense playing assignment football. Somebody has to have the quarterback. Somebody has to have the pitch. And most importantly, when you get there, you've got to get him on the ground. Nice job tackling by this defense.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Fires one high and deep. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. Florida Atlantic will send the punt unit onto the field. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. They're going to need to get something started. Oh, it's picked off.
QBs have to understand, when I'm throwing against zones, I got to manipulate guys with my eyes. I might have to look one direction to create an opening to throw that ball or zip that ball in. I got to use touch. It's really hard when all eyes are on me, and you could tell the quarterback was not ready and did not make a good throw.
Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Catch in the middle, it's Henry. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. And the Owls can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Motion from the wideout. Takes the handoff. It's Terrell. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Owls come to the line on third and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. He's going to look for a man on third and short. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35.
And it's such an advantage for this defense to have an outside linebacker like that can rush the passer because they can set the edge. They can get off the ball, and they're just way too fast for tight ends or for offensive tackles to get out and block them.
And they'll send the field goal team back out for the second time tonight. He's going to reach for a long one, a 52-yard attempt. Oh, the attempt is no good. It's still a 3-point game after the miss.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires to the big fella. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. The Vols are in the hurry-up.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Off the play fake. Bringing the heat. Grabbed behind the line. It's Davis. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. Gives it to the back on the draw. He did not make it a stone wall on third down. And the Volunteers line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and try to make something happen. He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Wide receiver comes in motion. Using his legs, it's Terrell. And tackled there by the defense. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Owls come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Rides the back on the option, the give. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. All right, guys, so Florida Atlantic has the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. Give to the running back. Got enough for the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. This Florida Atlantic offense is on a roll. Now he's looking to throw it. Here's the pressure. Under heat, and he gets rid of it. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Pulls it in, it's Messer. Powers through the defender. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 at the 38, and these guys are on the move.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
They just blew through that offensive line. It's a 4-yard loss. The Owls now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands. 9th play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. Punt is on its way. And no chance for the return man to get his hands on that one as it hops out of bounds. So here is the Tennessee offense. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
They couldn't connect on 2nd down, now staring at a 3rd and 9. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete to the left. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. And the Vols will line up to punt it away. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Blasted as he lets it go. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Keeps it going. Fires to the wideout. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. The kick is on its way. Fair catch is collected at the 24, and that's where they'll start this drive. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. The Volunteers will hustle to the line. The Big Orange churning out those first downs on the ground, sort of like Arian Foster. Breaks into the open. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
And how about the running back, man? Rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum, and what do? They keep their foot on the gas, right back on the football to try to keep this offense rolling.
Through his hands and incomplete. He normally makes that catch every time. It's 2nd down. Quarterback on the keeper. Jukes his way for more.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football. That time on the option play, I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. The Vols have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Using his legs, it's Bishop. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Gonna take a shot. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. And they weren't able to get him in the middle of the field, so now a 49-yarder from the right hash. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Looks as if he's going to run it. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders. Motion from the wide receiver. Out of the gun, the give to the back. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still, just a very short gain. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Florida Atlantic decides to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Fair catch is brought in at the 43, and they are set up nicely. They'll open this drive and snap it from the 44. Going right to work up top. Finds the tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Got it in the middle, it's Bishop. They bring him down, but not before he gets a first down at the 35. To the air on first down. Got a man, it's Matthews. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. Gonna swing it on second down. Finds his man, it's Bishop. And they pick up just a few on that completion. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that third down play. They'll try to get it through the air. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man! The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. And the Volunteers will snap it on 1st and 10. Now from inside the red zone. Nobody open, he just throws it away, and it'll bring up second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Second down, they'll go to the air. He just tossed that one out of bounds. You avoid the sack, you avoid the turnover. You've got more plays here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up at the 28. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Reese, in a season filled with magical moments, even more here today in this Gator Bowl. And that defense has to feel like it just played about as close to a perfect first half as it can play. And who am I to argue? I mean, check out that scoreboard. Bone-crushing hits and an airtight secondary. Feels like they have 12, 13 dudes out there against that offense, which needs a real pick-me-up and fast. With that said, let's send it back to Reese and the guys for the conclusion of the Gator Bowl.
Florida Atlantic about to boot it away and get this second half underway. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. Wants to go up top on first down. Good quickness to grab it off the deflection. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. He got a hand on it and deflected it, but probably just got a bruise off that missile and gave it the completion.
Yeah, not used to handling the revolutions on that football. QB zipped it in there. Nice job getting the deflection, getting your hand on the football. That's what you're supposed to, find the football, but the offense got the break and got the completion.
Grab near the marker, it's Staley. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and
turning it on. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. And the Vols want to move quickly. Unloads quickly. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. The Volunteers are rolling down the field. Caught in the backfield, it's Staley. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down.
Well, if you're going to get first downs against this defense, you're going to have to earn it. You're going to have to make people miss. This is an excellent tackling unit. You saw it on that last play.
He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. Snagged in the middle. It's Matthews. The chains will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. Makes the grab. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Back to pass. Here comes the heat. And the quarterback caught up 2 and sacked at the 12. The Vols line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it! Touchdown Vols! And that one will put them up here in the 2nd half. So much about the passing game is about timing, execution, communication, and these two, that's a virtual textbook there.
And no doubt about it. And the receiver making plays for his quarterback, being dependable, running the route to the right depth consistently, does a great job running his route. Great result because of it.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Florida Atlantic takes over again, and the Owls offense will go back to work. Plows through the defense. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the 1st half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wondered maybe in the 2nd half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Pushes ahead for a couple, they'll mark it at the 33. Florida Atlantic trying to line up quickly.
And that wasn't a big gain, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. 4 punts already, and they've got to convert here to avoid a 5th. A run for the quarterback. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
Oh, and it's a hit like that that will absolutely light up the sideline, light up the stadium, change the momentum, and help you win a football game, because that hit is what caused that fumble.
And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Throws to the tight end. Got him downfield. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up. And the Volunteers will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he was able to run through 1 tackle, but still only a modest gain. Tries again to get it in. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone. The offense flexes its muscle a bit and widens the gap.
Take a little exhale. You know, you did your job. You got points. Now you put your defense in a position where, hey, go out and get another stop. We're in great shape, so the offense definitely taking care of their business.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looking for blockers. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. The Florida Atlantic offense will return to the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
He'll do it himself. Sweet cut there. Oh, he's got some space. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Florida Atlantic will go to work with a fresh set of downs. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Henry. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Grabbed behind the line, it's Messer. Each brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. On third down, he drops to throw. Florida Atlantic will have to send out the punt team. That leg is staying loose, already the 5th kick of the night. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Got his man. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And the shot play downfield falls harmlessly to the turf, and we've played 3 quarters. That's the end of the quarter, and Tennessee has the lead. This has been utter domination through 3 quarters, and the stats will back that up. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. And the Vols decide to punt it away. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. No fair catches here, looking for room. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Florida Atlantic has the ball back, and the offense will try to put together a drive. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. And don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there.